Hello everybody. Today I am going to be showcasing building in Cowboy Life Simulator. The deal is, I have been gathering up resources after starting the game, and I realized how much potential there is here for creativity when you're building, as well as all of the cool buildings and outbuildings that you can add to your ranch. So I wanted to showcase kind of what that looks like. So this is my burnt down ranch. This is what you will start with if you do end up checking the game out. There's a little bit of a story behind this. I don't want to spoil too much in case you do decide you want to jump in. But all of this is mine. Now, normally when I play a building game, I like to have full access to the map so I can pick exactly where I want to build. But as you can see, these parcels of land are mine. And I don't really mind that much because in this case, the idea is that you are kind of role-playing as a cowboy and you would have had your own tracts of land that were marked by surveying pins that said, hey, this is my ranch, so it's not like you would have access to an area's whole landscape to build on. But this is all part of my ranch. I believe this is called Pine Lake in the game. So I have a few options as to where I want to put my new buildings down. But the first thing we need to do is get rid of this old building. So, and keep in mind, I'm still learning the game. I've been having a blast though so far. All I've done is collect a bunch of resources in anticipation of this video. So anyway, if we want to deconstruct, we hold R. And it says, you are about to deconstruct the building burnt house. This is irreversible. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. There we go. So hit the highlighted elements with a hammer to deconstruct. And so, as we see in many simulation games, we have the satisfying act of taking down what is old and broken and replacing it with something new and better. So I'm not going to be putting my new house down on this spot. I believe I'm going to use this area for my barns and my animals. So it's going to be like a 3-tiered approach to building my little ranch. Over somewhere in a scenic area over there will be my cabin. Here will be the animals, and down below will be my fields. I have a really pitiful field growing right now, but I think once we get some of these new outbuildings up, I'll be able to expand that pretty quickly, and you'll see what I mean once I get going with that. Alright, so let's get rid of this burnt shed. It does not need to be here. So let's get rid of that. And you'll notice I'm getting these little notifications as I go. In this game, I'll show you just really quickly before we get back to it. Those are my skills. Here we go. Progression. So you have 3 different types of progression. You have farm progression, fame progression, and frontier progression. It's kind of like your notoriety as you are unlocking different things around the map. There are tons of things to do to level these different progression levels up. I've really been enjoying going through it. So as you can see, I have all of these different unlocks from working my way up through the levels. And I feel like I've barely scratched the surface with all this stuff. But yeah, so here's a few of the farm buildings that I've unlocked. And there's quite a few buildings. I'll get to those in a minute. Okay, so get a better hammer to retrieve resources when deconstructing buildings. So I just have the basic hammer. So there are tiers of gear. And if I wanted to actually get like logs and planks back from deconstructing these buildings, I would upgrade my hammer. So this is something else we could get rid of, but I actually think it looks kind of cool. So I'm going to leave it here for now as a way to remember where we started. So let's go pick a spot for the ranch house. Let me see if my quest updated. Little house on the prairie. I'm going to track this one. Let's untrack that one. As I said, there are quests. There's quite a bit to do in this game. NPCs all have their own behavior. They show up at different times of day. Alright, so what I need to do is build a new house. The way we're going to do this is pick a spot to build it, first of all. I'm kind of torn between building right here, like up on this bluff, overlooking Pine Lake. And yes, I'm still within my building area. Or, so this is one option, or building over here on this side in a way that I can look out over the prairie. So like if I build up here, I'm still up on a bluff. See, like right here, overlooking whatever this little crossroads is, and I am still on my property here. So I'm kind of torn between the two. I'm thinking I might do right here. To me, this looks kind of cool. It's already nice and open. I don't need to be on waterfront property. I mean, technically there is water, so it is kind of waterfront property. But anyway, here we go, log cabin. So this will be the first building. The small fireplace is down under there.
Unlocked a new one. More work, but more pride.
Okay. I'm curious what small fireplace means, like in the grand scheme of things. If I can just add that onto the house. All right, let's see. I don't want to put it too close to the border because I want to have room to add things on. So let's see how this looks. Ooh, I kind of like this with the stairs coming down. I think that will be good. All right. So now I guess we get to building. We need wood boards, and see, this is where I came in prepared. And I think it's so funny how I have so much fun preparing for videos. So I'll be like, ooh, I have tons of stuff I can build if only I had the materials to do it. So then I'll take like an hour or two just creating or farming the materials I need. Anyway, I'm gonna need lots of wood. Oh, I'm already overburdened. Okay. Where are my planks? Hold on. So those crates are really cool too. You can pick them up and move them and put them kind of where you want. I believe you can stack them. So this is my little temporary workbench area. But here we go. Here are all of the important things that I need to get started. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this progresses. It was very kind of the developers to give me a key to this, to give it a shot. They gave me the key back before I took my winter break from the channel. So this has been long due. All right, toggled the hammer, we're ready to go. So now we'll just run around and build everything up. And this is always really satisfying to do as well. Now I wish that they would add modular building for us so that we can build piece by piece if we wanted to. I think that would be awesome. But, you know, I'm happy with what the game is offering so far. Like, it's meeting my expectations, what I thought it would be. I did cover it earlier on in the channel. I made a few, like, informative videos about maybe what we would expect as we play through. And as I said, so far, it's definitely holding up. The only thing I really haven't gotten into is the raising of animals, as well as some more advanced combat. I've like shot a pig and I enjoyed that. But I haven't found any bandits yet. It's in one of my quests to do though. I found a haunted mine, which was kind of scary. I was just expecting to just chill out in this really chill Cowboy Simulator game, and then I walk into a haunted mine and about knock my coffee off my desk. So I haven't finished that quest yet. Gotta be in the mood to be scared. Alright, so we can open the door. And then there is a level of decoration too, to all of this. So I have collected a few posters to put up in here, which I think is really cool that we can do that. And I like that we do have freedom of where we rebuild and place everything. All right, so see, I've leveled up farm level 5. So now I get some more pop-ups. Pickaxe, yeah, so I've already done some of this stuff. So I guess, oh, I didn't realize we can find sulfur. Interesting. So there are a bunch of resources. Construct a small wooden cabin. Challenge complete. And then this says upgrades available. Is this where the fireplace comes in? Let's see. How do I do this? Small fireplace for the colder Wild West nights. Needs some sort of wood as fuel. Let's do that. Are there seasons in this? Is it gonna get cold and my character is gonna start shivering? That'd be kind of interesting. But I should have stones in one of my crates here. Actually, Okay, I thought I had stones in my inventory. I do not. So I kind of like that. I wonder if once you've upgraded, if that sign disappears. I'm not sure I'm a fan of leaving the sign around, but anyway. There's our 20 stone. Run back up, throw the stone in there for the fireplace. And then I have a bit of a plan in my head about how I want this to go. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I have a bit of a plan. I was also thinking how cool it would be if in the future, if this ever gets like expansions, there might be ways that we can like earn enough money to buy more land. I think that would be really cool. I love stuff like that. I will spend all day playing these games, these simulation games, to make money so that I can upgrade land or buy a new barn or the best horse in the game or something like that. All right, let's get this fireplace built. Cool. So now we have a fireplace. Can I cook on it? I can. Oh, hey, this is really cool. So I do have meat I could cook on it. This is a quest item. Looks like I can process fat from raw fat. Very cool. Okay. So we've now done that. This is my quaint home. Building complete. Okay. So can I? Nope. It doesn't look like I can get rid of this panel. I wish I could. Maybe I can put something in front of it to like block it, because it kind of does take me out of the game world a little bit when it says building complete. I can't imagine a cowboy leaving a sign like that up on their farm. Ooh, I'm going to die of thirst if I don't drink. There we go. And then I also have some nice stew that I made. It's called burgundy meal, whatever that means.
Easy again. Time to push on.
All right, so what did I unlock by doing that? Did I maybe unlock a new bed? Looks like I can do a tannery now. So there are definitely a few new things that I could do. Okay, the next thing on my list is to make a well, and I'm going to show you why. Right now, when I water my garden, I have to run all the way up here, fill up my watering can, and run all the way back down to where I have my plants. So that's not going to work. So what I want to do is throw up a well right where my garden is, which will be right over here. So welcome to my very small fledgling garden. So they're all good on water for now. But what I want to do is, let's see, let's put the well like right here, right as you're coming down the lane. I think that would be kind of pretty. So R to rotate. Here we go. Okay, this should be pretty quick to build. And a log. Oh, and some more beams. Alright. I'm so glad I was prepared with all these materials, because the crafting time does take a little bit to turn logs into planks at your craft bench, or your workstation, whatever it's called. Okay. So I can also drink from this, which is really convenient. But yeah, so now when I water my plants, let's see, just give everything a drink real fast and then we'll test out the well. All right, everything is happy. Is anything ready to harvest? 3 hours on that. Okay. Well, anyway, ooh, what's this jug doing here? That's interesting that just comes with that. But anyway, I've refilled my water, so that works very well. So I'm happy about that. So that is another goal accomplished. So already seeing some nice upgrades with all this building. Now, can I move, let's see, deconstruct, place item. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Give me my hammer back. What I want to do is move my bed, and I'm not sure. Open construction panel. No, I'm not sure. I don't want to do that. No. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to rebuild furniture into my new home. Or there's another cool option. I can actually run around and pick up furniture from the real world to put in my house. So I'll show you what the decorating looks like really quickly. I have posters that we can put up on the wall, and then it looks like my energy in the bottom left there. You can see that green bar. So my energy is going down, which means we're probably going to need to sleep soon. So I should probably do that. Candle holder. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through these things in the house. We'll sleep, and then we will continue on our mission to build up the once burnt ranch. As I said, there's a bit of a story behind this place. I still don't know who burned the ranch down. That's kind of part of the mystery, so I'm not spoiling much there. But anyway, let's place this. It's kind of funny. You can place it sideways if you want. But anyway, we're just going to put this here for now. So we've got one poster. Can I put... Look at this. I can put this over my fireplace. That's interesting. Keep your eyes on the road, and it's a nice paint horse. Okay. So yeah, that's how the decoration works. I guess, can I put a candlestick? Oh, I can put a candlestick right next to the fireplace. I love that. That is so cool. And then I can light the candle? No? Maybe not. So that's that. So I'm imagining if I fill this place out with a bunch of other furniture, I'll be able to also place things on top of all that furniture. So, very cool. Alright, let me head over to my cot and we will sleep. Where am I? Here we are. The lighting really changes things when it gets dark out. Okay. We will sleep. Yeah, so the characters have daily routines, which I think is really cool. As I said, they show up in different places depending what time of day it is. You can only, like, hand in quests to them once and then they go away for a day or two. So yeah, this is how the game is looking. This is the profit I made today from selling my wares. You can, of course, sell things. Oh. There we go. So yeah, as I said, day 4. I've only been playing this a few hours. It's only day 4. It's not like I know exactly what I'm doing yet, but figuring it out. Okay. What should we build next? A composter would be a really good idea. That's how you improve the quality of your plants. What else? A meat smoker, a tannery. There's actually quite a bit that I would like to build. A rabbit cage would be a really good idea. I want to unlock the barn. Not sure exactly what I need for that. Okay, meat dryer and meat smoker. So I'm going to put the meat smoker up by the house because I think it would look cool as an outbuilding by the house, and it makes sense. It's food. If you've got a kitchen, you're going to take the food from near the house into the house to eat. So let's see. I could put a smoker over here by the side porch. Is this facing front? I can't tell. I think this is the front. So there we go. Let's build this up. And so far, the meat that I've found I can hunt is from pigs or boars, wild boars, and then also I can catch rabbits. But the next thing I want to do is build a rabbit hutch. I haven't caught a live rabbit yet, but that is definitely on the list of things to do. So when I put the big barn down, let's see, I think I want the hutch to be like right here. We're gonna rotate it this way. Ooh, which way's the front? I think this must be the front, right? But yeah, I want the hutch to be here. And then the bigger barns are gonna go around in like a little half circle. So let's get this built. All right. Oh, need more wood boards. Should be able to harvest my garden now as well, now that I think about it. Wrong crate. Here we go. So yeah, as you can see, this takes a lot of materials, but the grind isn't that bad. I've also got mail. I'm not going to check that, but I do have mail. there's a pretty hardy mail system that can help deliver quests to you or notify you of things happening in the town that you should probably check out. Alright. And... oh, I thought that was going to do it. Man, this is a lot of boards. Okay. I can barely see those on that side. There's the cage done. Okay, rabbit cage done. Challenge completed. Just add hay and a rabbit. And I've got like a little basket for decoration up here, which is kind of cool. It says fill. So rabbit food. Okay, so lettuce, onion or beets, that's beets, and carrots. So once I do catch rabbits, I will surely... oh wait, actually I have an animal trap here. Let's go set that. Traps have to be set off of your ranch, so I cannot set any of my traps within this area. So I'm just gonna run right out the front and set this trap somewhere. I can also... oh, speaking of traps, let's loot that trap. So I've got meat and fat from that trap. But I can also buy animals. There we go. Oops. How do I do this? There we go. Do I have to... okay, I don't have to put any bait in it or anything. So hopefully that'll catch me a rabbit and I'll be able to start making a little rabbit family or something. But yeah, there is an NPC that sells animals. I got... where is he? There he is. I got this horse from him. This looks like a horse I used to have. Her name was Replica. Yeah. So anyway, as of now, I think we can only have one horse, unfortunately. I was hoping there would be more varieties of horse that we could save up. You know, we could try and earn them. Alright, storage shed looks like it would be important. Yeah, we might be nearing the end already of what I have unlocked. Let's get a composter down. I'm gonna put the composter next to the rabbit hutch. I think it just looks good there. What do we need? Logs and boards. Alright, I need one log. Yeah, I would definitely like to get my compost cooking so that I can finish a cabbage quest. An NPC wants good quality cabbages. Alright, let's check the composter. So, I thought I had some weeds in my inventory. Let's just see what happens if I put cabbage and... oh, here's the weeds. There we go. Okay. Turns organic waste into useful fertilizer, which can be used on fields before they're sown with seeds. So, there we go. Oh, it can connect to storage. That's kind of cool. But yeah, anyway, we'll see how long this takes, or if that's even the correct way to use it. I'm not sure. Alright. Let's see if getting a new level to our farm unlocked anything for me. A workshop. So, the workshop allows you to create a wide range of crafts, such as tools and other useful items, can be upgraded to a stonemason's precise tools and chemical workshops. Needs a hammer to run. Ooh, that needs a lot of wood boards and wood logs. Okay. So I will be able to make my own furniture. It looks like I will be able to make my own gunpowder, which is really interesting. And then, as you can see, as you level up, we'll be able to make things like a forge, a beehive, oil extractor, mayo maker, windmill. I can't wait to get to the windmill part because I think windmills always look really cool in games when you can place them down. But there's quite a bit, you know, that we're going to have to fit on this plot of land that I have. Okay, we need a storage shed. I also enjoy the idea of having a storage shed by the house because I think it looks cool. That's a trend with me. If it looks cool, it may not be the most efficient thing in the world, but at least it looks cool. Alright, so we're gonna put this over here in the trees maybe. Maybe put some firewood in it or something. So, hammer this for a minute. And then I might try putting some meat in the smoker, because I do think I have some pig meat in my inventory. Oh no, my tool is gonna break, so I'm gonna have to make a new hammer. Alright. Need more wood. Let me throw that meat in the smoker. Requires fuel. I do have sticks. And then we're gonna put this in here. And there it goes. So that'll go for a little while. I don't know how long it'll take, but we'll just let that run. But anyway, this game has been just a really chill, relaxing take on Old West life. It maybe doesn't give you the freedom to build like games like Outlaws of the Old West did, but overall it's just enjoyable and I have no complaints. Okay. And I'm gonna pick up some more planks while we're at it. And then the meat rack I also need to finish, but I'm thinking I might build a new one up near the house. What was that? Craft a wooden board. So I guess that was tier 3 of collecting wooden boards, which is pretty cool, so I'm getting experience for that the whole time. Yep. And then there are also like fun little things to work towards, like this golden statue. You need 8 golden bars and 1 gold nugget, so I guess that's kind of like a notoriety thing, if you can figure that out. Or strange sculpture is 10 iron bars, 2 wood boards. Wooden statue is just wood, log, and stone. So there are a few little things to work towards. I wish there were more larger scale things to work towards. Like as I said earlier, new land or best horse or something. I'm sure once I get
Stood where there was nothing.
animals,
Now there's something.
there will be more things to do with them. Alright, so now I can place all the things I don't need in my storage, which right now isn't really much because we're using it all to build. But overall, I think that looks pretty good. And I think if I wanted to, I can place things here, you know, like to decorate it. I can put a nice fence behind it as well, which is cool. Alright, let's check on the meat. Yeah, so it's almost there. It's like 3/4 of the way there. Alright, what's next? What unlocks the animal home? I want to know, because then I can get goats, pigs, or sheep. That's pretty cool. We might be nearing the end of what we can do. A place to refine animal skins into leather needs fat in order to run. I guess we can place... We'll just go until we run out of materials to build with. This smokes meat. This dries meat. Yeah, let's see what a tannery just looks like. So I could put it by my house, or I can put it up here where I'm gonna have the barn. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's put it over on this side of the well. Oh, you know what? I like that for a barn, actually. I think a barn would look good there. So I'm gonna put this over here instead. Yes. This can go right here, maybe. There we go. Alright, so this is gonna be a pretty big build. But we'll just go until we run out of materials. What else? I'm gonna have to do a lot of hunting or catching in order to make this thing work, I think. And you guys definitely let me know if you have any questions about Cowboy Life Sim in the comments down below, and I will answer them. I'm not sure how many hours it takes to like complete the game to where you finished all the quests and upgraded your ranch as far as you can go, but I'm probably gonna play through it fully. Okay, so my tool has broken. What do I need for a hammer? Just some sticks. I think I have sticks in one of these crates. I do indeed. Alright. So this is the crafting by inventory or through your inventory, and that'll run on its own. That doesn't look bad there. Yeah, and then there will be plenty of room for the barn over there, and then the bigger animal sections will go here. I think that'll be fine. Alright, where's that hammer? I might have already had a second hammer in my inventory that I didn't even realize I had. Ooh, handle. Okay, I'm gonna have to go craft a handle, I believe. Yeah, so I cannot make a handle in my inventory, so I'm gonna have to run over to the workbench and craft the handle. Got some tumbleweed rolling through. I can't wait till I get some animals on here. I won't feel as lonely. Okay. A handle, and I need 2 handles. Nice, my knife is done. So I get more from my rabbit hunting when I have a knife. Also does 25 to 30 damage. How does that compare to the axe? 15 to 20. Okay, so the knife actually does better damage than the axe does, so that's good to know. Very cool. But anyway, we're gonna let the handle craft, and I'm gonna go check that trap. I believe I put it over here. Not sure if it'll have anything yet. I don't think it does. Nope. Is this done? Nope. Okay, so the traps just aren't ready yet. And the tumbleweed is rolling down the road. I do have neighbors. It's not all just tumbleweeds. I've got a guy over there. There's a lady up in the mountains somewhere. Oh, I'm hungry. Hold on. What other food do I have? There we go.
Nice. I can take a hit again.
So you do get buffs when you drink food that's, you know, better in quality. Okay. So that's that. I've got my 2 handles, which completed another challenge. Lots of little hits to dopamine always going on. Alright, let's finish this workshop. Alright, there we go. So we have the tannery done. Where? Craft. So it requires fat. I have animal fat. Oh no, I need to refine the fat. I believe I have to refine. Yeah, so I've got raw fat, which I think needs to be taken care of in my kitchen. So we have a leather rack, upgrade panel, knitting machine, or tailor's table, not available in early access. Okay, so this gives us a little bit of a look at what's gonna come out with this once it's out of early access. So it allows you to craft more complex objects than you would be able to during hand crafting. Allows you to sew outfits from cloth or leather. Okay, so looks like customization might get a little boost once this is all out of early access. Very interesting. And then I've got all my tanning racks out here. Oh, it's going to be kind of mean to have the barn right next to the tanning racks, and the cows and the pigs are going to be like, hey, that's kind of cruel because that's going to be me one day. It's a little sad. Okay. I can also make a workshop. So, let's see, what's a... allows to grind flour. Ooh, I want to try putting this. Can I build it yet? No? No. Darn. I thought maybe I had unlocked it. I haven't. Composter well. Nope. I've got everything I need so far. Or rather, I've built everything we can. I guess, decorative fence. Let's go see. Oh, I can't even build that yet. I can build a cheap fence, though. I guess I'll showcase what a fence looks like, to, like, spruce up the housing area a little bit. We'll just put a small fence from, like, here. Okay, I like that. You don't have to build the individual segments. It'll just stretch as you need it to. So we'll do that. And then let's do it behind the tree. Yeah, that looks good. And I guess it needs to, oh no. Okay, it really doesn't like the tree. We'll just do this way. Yeah. Hopefully I can line this up well enough. There we go. All right. So that's that. It only takes one log to do this. And here is our cheap fence. Getting all the experience for it, which is good. Oh, I missed a segment. All right. So that's kind of what that looks like. Not bad. Adds just a little flair, a little customization, I guess. But it's looking like this is the end of what we can do. I guess the last thing I could talk about is how you set up like a garden plot. This field, I'm going to remove it. But what you do is... No, I don't want to. Give me my shovel. I'm always throwing my tools around. I want to get rid of this field. There we go. Okay. So the way you place fields is just like this. So if I were to click, it would place a field down with the shovel. The game started me off with these little plots that I don't want in this area, since I already have my garden elsewhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean this up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You can put a garden wherever you want. So that's something I'm really enjoying, is that it seems like you can just kind of, you know, put stuff wherever you want as long as it is within the bounds of your ranch. All right, so that was just a quick showcase of building. I wish as we went that I could have unlocked some more animal structures. I'm not sure how it tells you. Let's see if we can find... I'm farm level 8. Ooh. So that'll let me craft an anvil. I can now craft a nice axe. A stove. So there is some furniture, but I think I'm going to have to make that workshop in order to craft this stuff. Chicken coop, level 5. So if I can get to fame level 5, I will be able to craft a chicken coop. Manure composter is level 4. Fame, I believe... Yeah, so buy stuff worth $10. So these are all the things that will increase my fame. Collect totem. Interesting. Haven't found totems yet. Craft a tent. Meet new people. Meet new people is something I could do. I haven't really gone through the town yet and met all of the town folks. But anyway, still working on getting my levels up here so that I can craft these buildings. And then frontier. Ooh, a solid fence. That's level 9 though. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to stretch this out too much longer. Let me know what you think about this. I can do another showcase of what the quests look like, or maybe what the animal care looks like when I finally hit that point. But anyway, here is my little cabin. Kind of with the mountains in the backdrop there. That looks pretty nice. And then let's pick up that smoked meat. This will be the first smoked meat I think I've done. There it is. Perfect. And that is it. So anyway, as I said, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more. Again, this is Cowboy Life Simulator. I have been keeping up with this for like 2 years now, watching it evolve, and I'm really happy with what it's become. It's just a really chill, fun simulator. It's nothing crazy, but it also does live up to the expectations that I kind of thought of it. So that's that. If you would like more videos like this, I will be doing more looks into some simulators that are just relaxing, building focused, progression focused. I have one coming next week that I think you guys might enjoy. I have a fully completed Subnautica playthrough. If you want to check that out, I will put a card at the end of this video. So as always, I hope you guys are enjoying your games, and I will see you all in the next video.